Cancer, how are you? Let's do a reading for your current energy, shall we? As always, please take what works, leave what doesn't. We all know who we are in the story. Now, I sure appreciate each and every one of you. I really do. And if you appreciate what I do here, help me out. Hit that like button. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. It really makes a difference to my channel. All right, let's see what's going on for all of my Cancers for the next 7 to 10 days. Grateful, thankful for the messages, always. All right, listen, we got the Eight of Cups coming in reversed to the Queen of Pentacles, also reversed. All right, some of you Cancers may be doing something, or, you're involved with someone that brings you instability. All right, whether this is you doing something or a relationship that you are with, and you've been hanging on to it. It could even be a job, all right, because we do have the Two of Pentacles coming in reversed here. But I feel like it's someone or something, that you hanging on to it isn't working for you. All right, because what it's doing is that it is bringing more and more feelings of, you can't trust yourself. You're just not feeling stable. You're not very grounded. So there is something around this Queen of Pentacles energy here coming in reverse. It could be your person. Maybe you're trying to sit on the fence as to whether or not you want to continue with this person. Because at the base, we have the Four of Cups coming in reversed. I just feel as if, you've been trying to make something work with someone, and you're just not feeling it. The Four of Cups coming in reverse says, I used to be happy when I was in the Three of Cups. And then I got with this person, and now I'm not so sure this is what I want. All right, and here, Two of Pentacles coming in reverse. You can't pretend anymore. I just feel like your feelings are kind of pointing you in a direction of like, you're going to honor my feelings, or you're going to honor, this situation and keep going with it. So let's get a few more cards out here. You've been really hopeful. All right, we've got the Star card here. You've been really wanting to make things turn around. And here we have that Lover's card. All right, now with the Lover's card, this is about two people aligning together. But here we have this big X on that heart. Then we have the Nine of Cups coming in reversed. I just feel like, maybe you really wanted this to work. It's whether this is the job or the thing, or you really wanted to see whether or not you can make everything work together cohesively. And it's not. You really want to have hope with that, but it's not. I think you have to face some truths, Cancer. Because here we have the Seven of Swords, well, the Five of Swords, no, it's the Seven of Swords reversed, and we have the Four of Wands coming in reversed. And the Seven of Swords coming in reversed, it's just like, I don't feel like you can reach a point where it will work. All right, because, the Seven of Swords is an energy of trying to see if we get rid of all of, the things that we're making up as excuses, and we're left with a core. Do we have a core? And I feel like you don't. I think, with this partnership, you don't really have the glue that holds the two people together. And, the Nine of Cups coming in reverse. As much as you wanted this to work, I just feel like you just can't continue. And you don't want to give up hope. Really, you don't want to give up hope. But you have to be really honest with this energy here, this Eight of Cups. Because the Nine of Cups, when it comes up in reverse, very selfish. All right? This is somebody who wants things their way. It's a gimme, gimme, gimme kind of thing. And when we have an Eight of Cups coming in reversed, let's look at this. We have these cups. You've tried over here. You've tried and tried and tried, and now you're left with a point of, do we do this or we don't? And the fact that it comes in reversed, I feel like you're ready to make a decision. And it's like, I can't do this anymore. I can't, I just, there's just as much as you want to continue to have hope in this connection, in this relationship, or in this job, whatever it is, I just feel as if you realize that, you guys just don't have the same bond anymore. Because look at these two cards. When we have the Lover's card and we have the Four of Wands, here's that bond that you guys had. Now it's like you don't have it anymore. And here, the Two of Pentacles. You've tried. You've tried to make things work. You've tried to balance them. But like I said at the beginning, the Four of Cups, it's like I used to be so happy and now I'm not. I was happier when I was single than when I was together with someone. So you're kind of weighing these options thinking, well, shoot, if I stay and try one more time, is it going to be different? The answer is going to be no. All right. Nothing is changing here unless you get happy with yourself. So as much as you really want this to work, I just feel as if, you have to be really truthful and you have to be really, really honest, because the feelings have shifted and the feelings have changed. At one time, it was really strong. We tried. The Queen of Pentacles is over here going, I'm so unstable. So insecure. I just don't know whether or not this is going to, what I really want. And I can't pretend anymore. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. Ace of Wands to the Knight of Cups. See, and here's the other thing. You may have met someone else. All right, because, this is what you haven't been feeling with this other relationship. And you've been trying to make it work. I mean, really, I think you've been really, really trying. And you want it to work. I mean, that's what the point is here. It's like, I really wanted this to work. And you really tried, and you don't want to give up hope. But at the same time, nothing is changing. And, you can change, but you can't make someone else change. And if you are changing, you cannot not change or hold yourself back from growing because the other person isn't. And a lot of times when a relationship kind of comes to this point, one person is growing and they're developing and they're changing and the other person is staying back. And, they're watching this person grow and develop and it bothers them, right? And so, they want to hold you back. And you're like, no, I want to keep growing. And, it's because you growing shows them that they're not, and that they're kind of a little stuck. So, yeah, I think, it may be one of these situations where a catalyst comes in, such as somebody who's like, hey, you want to go out with me? Let's this would be a great offer and a great opportunity. And don't hold yourself back from pleasure, all right? And I'm not talking sexual pleasure. I'm just talking from pleasure, just being, just really enjoying your own company and enjoying the company of other people, all right? Because I think, once you start seeing that, other people, you have a different connection and, you start remembering those feelings, and it's not working with your person, and this other person shows up and you're like, whoa, who are you? Well, I haven't felt those feelings in a while. So there's that. All right, Cancer. And, I just feel like for others, on a whole total other side note, when it comes to money and your finances, because we have, some real instability when it comes to you and your money and juggling everything. This Two of Pentacles reverse says, I've been trying to do this, but I got to get real. Like, something's got to give. I've got to change. I've got to figure out a way to make more money and make some changes. And, you might hear of something, okay? I've got this card sitting here, and, this guy's listening to these birds. You might hear of an opportunity or, something that could come through, giving you a little bit of hope over here that, you can get a little bit more stable. So if you've been feeling, your money kind of, I don't know if I have enough money and I don't have enough of my savings and you're wondering, what to do. I feel like that, it goes in line with you realizing that I've got to make some decisions in order for this to shift. And once you do that, you start good things, you get new things, you find your life force again. Because when we try to hang on to things that don't want to be hung on to, we're the ones that end up suffering, right? And I feel like you did everything you could to hang on to this relationship, but it's really time to move on, especially if, they're not sneaking around, they're not being honest, and you've tried and tried and tried. It's really time, for you to make some bigger decisions for for yourself and for your happiness. All right, so that's what I got for you, Cancers. Take what works, leave what doesn't. We all know who we are in the story. I sure appreciate each and every one of you, and if you appreciate what I do here, help me out, hit that like button. All right, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And yeah, be healthy, be happy, and be kind. Bye now.